Hello viewers, you watching Star Television Network on Channel 21. It's the bulletin of our local news for the hour with me, Adamasila. We first take a look at the headlines making the news bulletin for this hour. The Council of Churches Sierra Leone, in collaboration with Bread for the World, has held an engagement with political parties as well as elections governing bodies to push forward with a campaign on non-violence before, during and after elections. In popularizing the Rights to Access Information Act, which was enacted by the Sierra Leone Parliament in October 2013, that provides for the disclosure of information held by public authorities or by persons providing services for them. As a result of this, the Right to Access Information Commission has held a consultation meeting that focuses on civil society organizations and non-governmental organization donors. A philanthropist known as Mrs. Lovett Lahai has donated some learning materials to pupils at the glorious Heritage Academy, Moiba Town in Freetown. And in sport, the Dwazak Veterans has concluded its annual inter-area football competition at the community playing grounds with Brazil crowned champions over England football team. It's midweek as always. Later on in the news bulletin for this hour, we'll join our youth and entertainment correspondent Mohamed Bashir Sanasi for today's entertainment news. All this and more making the headlines in the news bulletin for this hour with me, Adamasila. We now go for the news in detail, where the Council of Churches Sierra Leone, in collaboration with Bread for World, has held an engagement with political parties as well as election governing bodies to push forward with a campaign on non-violence before, during and after elections. Here is the report. As a way of ensuring a peaceful, free and fair elections, the Council of Churches Sierra Leone has held a panel discussion with political parties and elections governing bodies on guaranteeing a free, fair and peaceful 2018 elections. Lucien Momo, the Public Relations Officer of the Political Parties Registration Commission PPRC, called on political parties to maintain peace and order as per the elections laws. He then called on political parties to abstain from providing harmful drugs to youth and gang groups, which oftentimes result to violence activities.
Even in political activities, not sing way will make the other person vex. Not talk with somebody where you never for proof say that true, not lie per person. Because we may get issue with some party where they say no, one party to be specific, we say no, that's how we say for discuss constructively. They say we don't propose a day. Who feel say if they go to a radio or if by a program, talk waiting your party gets for offer the people of this country. But all them we know they for politics, we not a political party member them. When election they come, you will see politicians and they go bend them, go talk to them, give them raw, give them drugs, you know. It really keep bad something the way some of them things they are happen. Most of the young man they really police go arrest. They're not a particular remember. And as them incident that they can begin the political party and they go really force for full press release.
SP Ibrahim Samura, head of media Sierra Leone Police, reaffirms the Sierra Leone Police commitment in ensuring that they perform their duties with due diligence, as they are not in support of any political party but work in the interest of the state.
In the eyes of the Sierra Leone Police, all the political parties are equal. No political party, no big class in company. And Sierra Leone not belong to any single political party. Sierra Leone belong to the people of this country. In that regard, the Inspector General of Police don't engage police officers all over the country and don't tell them. See, any policeman will be found wanting of giving any form of competitive advantage to any political party or any politician, in fact, he will sack them immediately. Now they face the drugs, now they face the full force of the law. But we no dey go hold any party responsible say because you are clearly green, then you na SLP, or you are clearly red, you commit offence, that na APC don do am. No, you when you green, you commit the offence, and your responsibility, not only party, your responsibility. And one thing about political parties do not take responsibility for wrongdoing at all. When you commit offence, especially criminal offence, they will tell you say that man dey not to be supporter.
Alhaji Alpha Khan, representing the All People's Congress Party, expressed thanks and appreciation to the Council of Churches Sierra Leone for their laudable initiative and maintained that as a party in governance, they are committed to maintaining a peaceful, free, fair and democratic elections, and they are just positive to lead by example.
In the APC were very peaceful. What happened last Friday when we came? I am sure the police have explained part of that from the investigation. No APC at this moment would knowingly go for road cross trouble because we'll be the biggest losers. Now we did our part. Now we did fight for letting people elect me back. If we start unleashing problems on them, they will hate me. We will not do that. So what could have happened? Maybe aching part of the symptom of this clique and gangsterism. I believe the police are investigating. And those 56 votes, I prefer the 56 votes go to jail than they come to us.
Sheikh Lexmon Kuruma, Assistant Secretary General of the main opposition Sierra Leone People's Party, SLPP, maintained that their position as a party remains the same, as they will not go ahead and sign any memorandum of understanding which restricts the movement of people on polling day, and that their party won't accept any election results that they deem not free, fair and credible.
Sierra Leone People's Party is committed to peace, a free, fair and transparent election. Yes. I want for also tell them I say the Sierra Leone People's Party, they don't write neck and the police on several occasions regarding certain areas where we want for neck address. As I talk to now, we don't receive any reply as yet. I want for also tell when I say the Sierra Leone People's Party in position remain the same. Just like what you will see. We, the Sierra Leone People's Party, we believe say the day of the election when on March 7th, it will just be like any normal day. So therefore, we are not in support of a blockade or where then the terrorists say or people that say that for stay home. For we assure Una, because the SLP is committed to peace. And I want to assure also tell Una say the Sierra Leone People's Party will not in any way accept any election where not a free, fair and credible election.
Various stakeholders present during the deliberations, however, called on political parties to do all they can to maintain sanity and non-violence before, during and after elections. Adama Silla, Star TV News, Freetown. In popularizing the Rights to Access Information Act, which was enacted by the House of Parliament in October 2013, that provides for the disclosure of information held by public officials or persons providing services for them, the Right to Access Information Commission has held a consultation meeting that focuses on civil society organizations as well as non-governmental organization donors. Lami Mansare reports.
Every person has the right to access information held by or is under the control of public authority, and in popularizing the Rights to Access Information Act, which was enacted by Sierra Leone Parliament in October 2013, that provides for the disclosure of information held by public authorities or by persons providing services for them. The Rights to Access Information Commission has held a consultative meeting that focuses on civil society organizations and non-governmental organizations and donors. The chairman of Rights to Access to Information Commission, Eunice Asise, describes the Rights to Access Information as a very unique law that works independently.
It's a very unique law It gives the power. You don't have to beg for information anymore. You have to demand information. And I created the situation in a way that the right to access information established for that purpose has the powers of High Court. And it works independently. Nobody, no institution can tell the right to access information the way it does its work.
The Legal Counsel of Rights to Access Information Commission, Alan S.A. Benjamin, whilst giving an overview of the Rights to Access Information Act of 2018, stated that the right makes it very easy for people to access information, as he went on to state that some key areas are indicated in the Act which makes it possible for any person to access and request for information from any government official.
What then is information as encapsulated in this Act? Information includes any material, regardless of its physical form or characteristics, such as a book, plan, map, drawing, film, microfiche, diagram, pictorial or graphic work, data, photograph, recording, audio or video tape. The list is endless, but I believe as you have copies, continue to look at it. This list is what is considered information under the Act. And in my opinion, it is very exhaustive. On this note, I will move on to part 2. Part 2 is divided into 10 sections. If you could follow to the right. Part 2 is divided into 10 sections. The second part of this Act deals with the procedure to be followed by any person seeking information, and also the procedure and timeframes within which a public authority from whom information is sought should respond to said request. This second part further shows that the spirit of the Act is that everyone has a right to access information, and as the Act makes it very easy for people to access information, in that requests for information can be made in English or Creole, in writing or orally.
The Commissioner of the Rights to Access Information, Commissioner Southern Region, Yema S. Thompson, stated that as a commission, they are not exempted from the Act if at any time someone needs the information for clarification, they can reach the authorities responsible.
The other thing that I wanted to mention was the whistleblowing. There's a whistleblowing protection in the Act for anyone that raises anything that is of the public interest. If you are an employee of any organization and you blow the whistle or you bring an information to the fore, no one has the right to penalize you. The Commission is an MDA, as we know. We are also subject to the requirements of this Act. We are not exempt from the Act. This has been demonstrated so far because we've had requests from the various regions which will be able to adjudicate over independently without the involvement of anyone. And also, I am pleased to say that all the recruitments that the Commission has carried out has had no interference from anyone whatsoever.
It is, however, stated that any person or persons who has requested for an information from government officials or authorities under their control and fails to give a positive response can complain to the internal appeal mechanisms where available and complain to the Rights to Access Information for review and enforcement. Reporting for Star TV News, compiled by Adam Asila, I am Lamin Mansari in Freetown.
A philanthropist known as Mrs. Lovett Lahai has donated school learning materials to pupils at the Glorious Heritage Academy, Moibak Town. A Silas Kawa was in attendance and he files in this report.
Education is a fundamental human right with immense power to transform any nation. Over the past decades, there have been repeated calls to improving the standard of education in several parts of Africa, with no exception to Sierra Leone. Responding to those calls, a Sierra Leonean philanthropist based in Australia, Madam Lovett Lahai has donated learning materials to elementary pupils of the Glorious Heritage Academy situated in Moigba Town, Freetown. Presenting the items to the teachers, parents and school administration, Madam Lahai noted that children are the future leaders and should be invested in and handled with care. Receiving the items on behalf of the school administration, the headmaster of Glorious Heritage Academy, Mr. Saidu Musa Sise, extended their profound gratitude to Mrs. Lahai for the generous gesture.
The staff of Glorious Heritage Academy, I want to say plenty thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Lahai for the humanitarian support to the school. And so we pour our hearts to honor in thanks and appreciation for this donation to the school, and we pray that continue to make more donations to the school, that we empower this generation also. We will come and change this nation. Once again, I want to tell you thank you.
Star News caught up with Madam Lovett Lahai to explain what brought about the inspiration.
Well, we decide, me and my husband, we have a passion of helping because we know where we came from and we believe in education. By educating the child, I think it's going to bring more to the community rather than dropping them out, being somebody else in the street there, and we believe that we can put them somewhere that they belong. Well, I think the community, like as our brothers said, like we know one another for a big while, and we think we buy into the idea because we saw him doing what we dream of doing, and we saw it happening, and so we chose this particular school to be like a real model around there. A prayer, and whatever you have passion in doing, it doesn't matter what it takes. We pray that we extend not only in Freetown, not only here, we pray that continue, like we want to do it as much as we can around the country and in the other country who need help, not only Sierra Leone, because if I say I want to do things for the kids, it's not only by Sierra Leone or whatever, where I came from. I want to extend it, but not by mine, not by our own, but by the grace of God. I believe that we can do it all together.
Madam Adamsi Kamara is a parent of one of the beneficiaries. She called on Madam Lahai to continue her humanitarian gesture and also explained some of the constraints they undergo in providing school fees for the pupils.
Fine. So I appreciate what we see. So I made them do much for me back home. They bless the level with the love efforts with well. So made them do for you much. You glad you. Picking education, they what they give them, I will glad you. So they tell them thank you, made them do for you much. Not for the first thing, this. They don't do it now. More and more. If you supply you picking your books, all the thing. So we appreciate. So if you don't go back, then remember we. Because we don't get now for pay school fee, pay money at this school here. So now teacher no more, they help you with the headmaster there. So if you don't come, they talk to them back, make them more, then they help you back more.
The donated items include, but not limited to, exercise books, pens, chalks, and pencils. Reporting for Star News, Eric Silas Kawa, Freetown, Sierra Leone.
It's Wednesday. If you just tuned in, this is the news bulletin here on Star Television Network on Channel 21. We'll now join our youth and entertainment correspondent, Mohammed Bashir Sanasi, for today's entertainment news.
Many thanks to you, Adam Asila, and greetings to our viewers out there. Once again, I am Basiru Sanusi. For today's entertainment update, the Sierra entertainment sector has lost 24-year-old Adam Asali Kabo, a recent graduate from Passing Schools of Design in Paris, France, a branch of New York University that has been doing design for a very long time. She was the founder and creative director for Ashobi brand of design, and she used to frequently work in Sierra Leone to bridge the gap between the African culture and Africa wax print. Adam Asali Kabo died in New York on Wednesday, January 31st, 2018. And finally, for the entertainment news for today, Sierra Magazine, in collaboration with National Story Council, has invited Star Z, Fantasy Wiz, Vida, Vic Fauna, and other stars to perform at the Shaka Stevens Stadium on 10th February 2018. The event targets Madam Yoko Mamina Power Festival, celebrating the culture of women in Sierra Leone. That's all for today in the entertainment update, and back to you, Adam Asila, for the rest of the news.
Many thanks to you, Bash, and here is a sports correspondent, Hill Tinjan, all set for today's sporting news.
Thanks to Adam Asila for the sporting news. We start in local team. Congratulations to the young Brazil football team. They have become champions in the just concluded Duazak Inter-Area football competition organized by the Duazak veteran at the community playing ground. They defeated a team called England FC on a penalty. Despite England, they were top by 3-1, but the young Brazil fought very, very hard for them to get a second consolation goal, and then they got the equalizing goal. According to the captain for the English team, it was poor officiating responsible for the defeat of the team. But according to the chairman of the Duazak veteran, that is Emmanuel Bobby Rogers, one of the essence of this competition is to gravitate the attention of the youth from negative to developmental things within the constituency. Here is the report.
You expect Tona to win the final? What you said to yourself after I concede 3 goals to 1, and we should say we have scored 2 goals?
Always determined. I love for win victory. Remember for win back. Well, actually, I'm not feeling good because as you can see from the starting of the game, we go up. But technical faults of it. Although yes, as everybody can see, the equalizing goal, also the goal. Yes, but we're going to go.
But what do you think, say, responsible one or loss? On a really 3-1, and then we see Brazil can and get the equalizing goal.
Yes, as I can say now, some technical faults affect the team. Due to poor changes, yes, not the team. So that will affect the team. So we can level up the moment. Although the equalizing goal, as I say again, not be genuine. Because everybody see him after one half the bar, and not one was one of the show. And I think one at the bar. Yeah. So then they have to be therefore, I don't know. Let's stand up for the third goal. Yeah. Like us penalty to the same one, Salawa. So
this will be very important competition. As one start, this will bring unity to the Duazak community. After it's a community, we can go all start from during the 90s. So we're so proud that the end, no problem, no be all man so happy. And congratulations to Brazil as an victorious winner. At the end of this competition, what do you want to achieve? More especially when it comes very close to election. Well, we achieve a lot because we bring unity towards the competition and we'll make the youth able to realize their potential and they're able to exhibit their potential. And we'll make the Duazak community lively. So what next now for the Duazak veteran as we organize this competition? Well, the Duazak veteran, as you see, we begin work with the continue at the field with the type of fence the field. We still continue to fence the field that this field will be secure and the Duazak community will use the field. And what do the winners they achieve at the end of this competition? Well, this competition, the winner, the first prize are 4 million and the second prize are 2 million. You message to football fans? When we message to football fans, now this one, let people in the exhibit caution. You they play, you get winner and loser. That competition now, two not go win. Now two win, that's not missing a competition. But once it's a competition, you get winner and loser.
Well, we hope that the England FC will fight very, very hard next season for them to become champions, and they are the defending champions, but they failed to retain their championship in this year's competition. Well, finally, for today's sporting news in the international scene, things is not working properly within the technical bench of Chelsea Football Club. There is a speculation that former Barcelona coach, who is Enrique, will hopefully join Chelsea football team. But according to Antonio Conte, who is the Chelsea boss, he is open for negotiation from any club. If Chelsea feels like he's not good for the job, well, they need to relieve him.
Yeah, I think this is a lack of respect, because I can accept to write that the club is ready to sack me, and I can accept that the story with the players. I can accept this, but to put other people, other person, another person in this way, I think this is incorrect. If you want to hit me and stop, but don't put other person, because this is incorrect, and I hate this type of situation.
So that's all for sports. If you're a Chelsea fan, hopefully, Enrique, we signed for Chelsea. That's all for sports. Back to you, Adam Marcella in the studio.
And that's all we have in our local news bulletin file for the hour here on Star Television Network on Channel 21. I am Adam Marcella. Thanks for watching. Just stay with us as we have lots of interesting programs coming up shortly. The weather forecast is up next.